Join me as I build and customize my first solo project.
And for the discovery of an almost too late to fix manufacturing defect. Assembly wasn't too challenging, right up to what the hardware is all about. This is exactly the same kit.
Discovering the bridge holes and routing were in fact crooked.
Hey guys, today we are working on the repair of my F-hole guitar. While we were putting it together, we realized that the bridge components did not actually line up. So we're gonna finish lining up this F-hole and getting her ready to play with.
This is Deb's freshman final guitar. She's actually done 100% of the work on this herself, except for when we ran into this problem. I'm gonna step in to help fix this one with you doing some of the grunt work.
Okay.
And I don't think we need to take this off, but first thing we do, let's tape the patient off for surgery.
Okay.
And let's just give ourselves a spot right here. Yeah, and you want something to measure with?
I'm measuring with this screw.
Oh, okay, good enough.
I bet it's pretty close.
Probably have a lot of experience at that unit of measurement, so I'll trust you.
The screw measurement unit.
Where do calipers go?
All right, where am I taping up this spot?
Yeah.
Where we're drilling and filling?
Drilling. And see what I'm worried about right here? Maybe these two. When we dowel them, the actual correct hole is going to be right in between them, so we may have to go bigger.
Well, the correct hole is where the mark is.
Yeah. And like we'll be like, actually that one might be okay. It's going to be maybe these two that are going to be screwy. So we'll figure that out when we look at them. So these, it takes a 3/16 inch drill bit to basically cover the threads. So that's what we want to do, is we want to drill the threads out so we have a nice smooth hole, but no bigger than we actually need to.
Okay.
So let me reach past you and grab this. Yeah, this is the one I had going, oh, look, I got a dowel right. Oh, no.
Too big.
Way too big.
That's not what she said.
13/16, 3. This is just slightly over 3/16. Okay. And the one you have is that you're marking up is exactly like, it's perfect. So it's just slightly fat of 3/16, which is what we want, because we want to be able to force it in there a bit. And of course, with some glue.
You're going to force with glue?
Yep. Force it in there with some glue. We got that hammer, that hammer. These bits should do it. Just for shits and giggles. Yeah. We may have to sand them slightly, but they'll go in there. Tight. I'm going to hurt myself. Tighter is better in this case.
Tighter is almost always better, Joel. We like a snug fit.
This is where I would insert the Benny Hill music here. But it's copyrighted. I can't use it. Don't be afraid to hit that drill hard if you need to.
Listen. Slow and steady with repetitive motions.
That may not work for this, but okay.
It always gets the job done.
I get the spirit.
I feel like I'm violating my F-hole guitar. That's what it feels like. I never taped it off either.
Yeah, probably good idea. It's also if you feel uncomfortable pulling that much wood out at one time.
Had
No
lots of
matter how I
practice.
say this is going to sound bad, you could hit it with that 1/4 inch and then go hit it with that 3/16 or 3/8 rather if you want to.
Nah, we're just gonna shove it all in.
This type of wood, I'm not worried about it splintering. It's good mahogany. If this was pine, I would go in increments. But because it's hardwood, go for it.
It's that hardwood.
Yep. What other way would there be? Look at me real quick. Go this way.
This.
No, not you. I'm sorry, the drill.
Uh-huh.
There. You're straight up and down on this axis. You just can't see that as good as I can from this angle. There you go.
Yeah. Where were you?
I'm not used to holding the neck while you're working on your F-hole. It's a solo job. So it wasn't my instinct. Did I get you on that one? I win. Come back a little bit. There you go.
Oh, God.
And don't worry about that we pound them all the way flush. We'll come back and cut the tops off if there's anything sticking out.
Okay. I know you're the expert on handling little pieces of wood, but can I get in on that?
No.
Fine, I didn't want to help anyways. Talk about solo jobs.
Wow. Oh my God, disrespect. Oh.
I'm on one today, guys. You're just too easy.
Okay.
Good.
Give it a little bit more. A little bit more on that one. And the glue will make the wood swell even more when you put it on. So it's almost like you dip it and do it fast. That's what she said.
Filing my nails down today at the same time.
Yep, dip it, pound it. Let's get these out of the way. And you can go straight with this. I actually would recommend not using probably the biggest block, that big block right there is just a guide, or you can use something smaller. You may want to hand pound until you know it's started, then really give it some.
Pounded on my F-hole today, just in case you're tuning in now.
Well, just in case, I got the neck.
Always glad to have your support, Joel.
Self-preservation move.
That was like if you were riding in the car with me and you put on your seatbelt after we started driving.
That's exactly what that was. Well, I'm thinking something's going to go fly in my direction. I'm already playing One-Eyed Willie as it is, so.
Nobody needs to know what you do in private.
It's a Goonies reference.
Uh-huh. Sure it is.
Which came out before you were born.
Sure about that?
I think so.
86?
No, right about the same time. Pretty close. I think that was, what year was Goonies? Keep it pounded.
It's not going anywhere.
It went in there pretty good though, but it's just.
I'm pretty sure it's done.
Let me give it a whack.
Give it a whack. Pound on that hole for a little bit.
Yeah, he's doing it too. That's in it for sure. It didn't move a whole lot, so yeah. It's close enough to bottom out. God, there's no way for me to say anything anymore.
I mean, we are working on the F-hole guitar. It's kind of like automatic. Everything's gonna sound dirty. I'm on the F-hole today.
And you hand carved this F-hole.
I did hand carve that F-hole.
Anyway. All right, this one's yours. You get to pound the big one now.
Give me that. I think that's where we're going to give it a whack. Finish her off for me.
Moved a tiny bit, but not much. I probably just flattened the wood out a little bit. God dang it, I can't say a word. All right, next one's yours.
We're not doing this one, remember?
Oh, that's right.
That's
okay,
our
thanks
guy.
we cut one, but thanks for reminding me. Okay, so that's the first half of this. The second half is about 2 hours of drying time. If you can leave it to dry overnight, I would recommend that, because the longer the better. Anything past 24 hours with wood glue is complete overkill. So,
Fed the patient all cut up. Well, now it's time to get it all back together. We started by trimming the dowels flush with the body. I showed Deb how to use a flexible Japanese style saw to get in close without damaging the surface. She carefully sliced the ends, leaving about an 1/8 inch proud for final sanding. Next, we brought out a rotary tool with a sanding drum to smooth the dowels down to body level. We used the straight edge of a ruler as a leveling guide. Simple, but super effective. Once the surface was prepped, we cleaned up the work area and did any necessary touch-up sanding. We then applied a coat of tung oil, letting it soak in to both protect and blend the finish. Deb used a square edge of a cabinet handle jig as a guide. A T-square works just as well if you don't have a jig like this on hand. We used a Sharpie to mark the positions for cuts and drill points. Since the entire bridge plate had been pivoted, we needed to remove a bit of extra wood to make room for the pickup. A spring punch helped mark clean, accurate holes for the bridge grooves. We then followed up with 1/8 of an inch pallet punch.
I kind of am glad they screwed this kit up,
So we can play more.
so we had something to learn of. Things about kits is sometimes you get opportunities to learn you did not expect. Here it was on this one. Darn you, Leo James. I would have gave you a freaking 11 out of 10 on this kit if it wasn't for that. The only problem is, with anybody else, that would have been a showstopper.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have been able to complete the kit.
Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the process, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us grow the channel. And stay tuned for the full build of Deb's Leo James F-hole Telecaster kit.
Well, now that it's just us patrons.
It's going to be a beauty.